Staying active is what fuels my mind, and great food fuels my body. Traveling inspires me to push harder and experiment with new cuisine. This is amazing. Just make really delicious food, simple, and it works. I'm Biju Thomas. I'm a chef, an athlete, and I'm on a mission to travel the road less eaten. For decades, Bentonville, Arkansas was simply known as the home of Walmart and the folks who helped to build that business. Today, Bentonville has grown into this thriving local economy, fueled by gravel and mountain biking and an all-around pursuit of the outdoors at a slightly slower pace. This town has changed a lot of hearts, and people are moving here in droves to be part of this incredible community. What's up, dude?
Biju, welcome to Colar Cafe.
So good to see you.
All right.
Thanks for bringing me out to this amazing place, man. Gary Vernon is a humble guy, but let's face it, Bentonville wouldn't be synonymous with mountain biking without his efforts. Gary moved to Bentonville in 2003, working in Walmart's environmental division. That's when he started building trails. In 2015, he joined the Walton Family Foundation to lead cycling and trail building projects full-time. We're on the Colar Path, right?
It's the Colar Greenway. This is the main pathway that kind of divides the mountain bike trails on the east and west.
Mark Bray is the owner of Airship Coffee, located at the Colar Cafe, which is nestled in the heart of the Colar Mountain Bike Preserve. The closest parking lot's about a mile away, and the only way to access the cafe is on a bike or by foot, but in Bentonville, it just works.
We were scheming up Colar, and one of the architects started talking about putting a cafe here. We really thought it was going to be a crazy idea that may not work, and maybe it would be open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
We only close if the weather doesn't let us be open, so that's...
Yeah, because to your point, if somebody makes all the effort to get here and they load up the kids and they walk or ride here, the last thing you want to do is get here and be like, oh, they're not open. That's such a heartbreak after doing all that. But
totally.
this is incredible. So Mark, you're in the heart of the Colar Greenway. This is the only coffee shop that I know of that's on a bike path. What is the food program here like?
So we keep it simple because you're on the trail here. So nachos, we smoke all our own meats. We got smoked chicken, smoked pork, got some queso and a little avo lime sauce on top of there.
This is kind of the reveal. When we have VIPs in town or just guests that we want to show the best of Bentonville, this is the end destination. This is always the surprise that when you can actually literally ride your mountain bike down a trail called the hard way to the cafe, and it's just really mind-blowing to somebody for the first time. So I love doing that on our VIP tours.
Gary keeps promising to take me out on these wonderful trails. So we're gonna go do the trails, but this has been such an amazing visit. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it.
Out way up in the woods, up above town, you somehow managed to build this whole thing.
This is the hub. Because this is not, a mountaintop, the elevation here is pretty low in Bentonville, a 20-foot starting ramp to get your trail speed down to the first jump. And this whole thing is themed around progression. Fireline is a beginner jump trail. Now, there's even a beginner just downhill single track with no jumps, all the way to our Black Diamond jump trail.
Cease and Desist is a very difficult trail, not intended for middle-aged Indian fellas, is what it says. So I'm happy to be here and cheer you on, but I got soft bones, so. Whoa, holy crap, look at this.
This is the legendary Drop the Hammer. To be a destination, we needed to have beginner, intermediate, and expert, and this was our first one.
Amazing.
Dude, you did hard way to the cafe.
I really can't wait to do it more and bring more people out here and share everything you're doing. This is just incredible. After a day on the trail, I hose down the bike and myself, then head into town to meet up with Gary at one of Bentonville's many eateries, The Preacher's Son.
This originally was a church.
Yeah.
And, the original chef was the son of a preacher, and that's where the name came from, so.
Some of what we're doing is going to parts of America where one, people don't think of traditionally as outdoor recreation destinations. And then part of that also is people don't traditionally think of really amazing, great food coming out of these little pockets. I'm guessing that wasn't always the case.
No, you know, when I moved here 20 years ago, I moved here because of my corporate career path with Walmart. And when you came here in 2003, when I showed up, there was a hamburger place on the square, the Station Cafe.
Yeah.
And that was it. The whole Bentonville story with Tom and his brother started in 2006 with bringing mountain bike trails to town.
Yep.
But also they had the vision not just only to bring trails to town, but connect them to the downtown square, but then add the restaurant and the nightlife.
Man, this stuff looks beautiful.
Oh, thank you very much.
What do we have in, Chef?
So you have we have a duck breast here that we serve over Napa cabbage with peanuts, daikon radish, and a little sweet and sour jus. And then we have the tofu. This is a beer battered crispy tofu and coconut curry broth, chili crisp, and a little cabbage and cilantro salad.
Gorgeous.
And then we have the mahi mahi with English peas, clams, and potatoes.
Beautiful. The mahi mahi is nicely charred. Sauce, nothing's over. It feels very fresh. That seems to be a running theme here. Everything's really bright and fresh. It just feels like you picked all the English peas out of the garden today. This is exactly how I thought it would be. The curry's really bright and beautiful, and you get curry notes, but not overpowering. I love the crunchy crispiness of the batter on the tofu. The tofu's dense, so it feels like a nice, substantial bite. It's lovely. This duck.
We can see there's peanuts, carrot, daikon, cabbage, lots of flavor of like soy, ginger, scallion, rice wine vinegar. And then the sauce itself, we make sweet and sour by, the red actually comes from beet juice reduction.
Whoa.
And then the sweetness is from pineapple juice reduction. And then we use chicken demi-glace to bind it all together.
Chef, thank you so much. This is so wonderful. It's really great to finally meet you. The space is amazing. The food.
Thank you very much. It was really a pleasure to have you both.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Bentonville is more than a bike-focused company town. There's art and a lot of it. And we'll meet the guy behind the movement when we come back. Let's imagine, all right? What would an outdoor town be without pizza and beer? Kevin Bannock opened the Peddler's Pub in 2014 to answer that question. But I think he just opened it so he'd have his own place to go drink beer and ride bikes with friends. And it's just really, really good pizza. It's high energy. It's a ton of beer. It's incredibly informal. Legit feels like you're at a mountain town pizzeria brewery thing. Kevin, thank you so much for having us, man. The place is packed with people. You've been here 9 years, 10 years?
Correct, 9 years, yes.
And we saw the pizzas coming out that have these giant bundles of fresh green herbs and fresh tender greens on there. And are those all local? Are you getting those?
We get a lot of our produce from a local hydroponics grower, tabletop greens, and it's the quality is.
And you can get it year round, so that's even better.
Absolutely,
fantastic.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's really cool to see. Like, this is one of those few places in the country where people that love a thing can move there and really be an instrumental part of that thing. My friend Amy Ross is another one of those people that drives a town like Bentonville forward. She's joining me for lunch and to share what living here means to a local.
It's a gluten-free crust. We call it the greenie. It's basically got pesto as the base. It's got olives, green pepper, onions, artichoke hearts, really good mozzarella cheese, kiss of buffalo cheese in there.
Lovely. Enjoy. What brought you out here?
So the first time I ever made a trip to Bentonville was in late 2015 when I was working for IMBA.
Yeah.
That's based in Boulder. And we were planning to do an IMBA World Summit here in 2016. At first, I was a little unsure as to why we would be doing it in a place like Arkansas.
Yeah. That seems to be the going notion that everybody has. Yeah.
The theme. Yeah. And then once I got here and spent some time with some of the locals and getting familiar with the place, I realized that it was actually a really interesting community and it would be really fun. The biggest challenge that we had at that point was that the only trail system that existed was Slaughter Pen.
So when you come out here to ride, Slaughter Pen it's a mountain bike park, right? Mountain bike, There's a bunch of really groomed, beautiful trails and jumps and bridges and all sorts of cool things from beginner stuff all the way to like really advanced.
Yep.
And you go into Colar and all the adjacent parks that are connected with trail systems. It's beautiful. You can just out there and ride for hours and hours and hours. I've gotten to work with you on a couple of events that you're promoting that are to bring more women, not only to Northwest Arkansas, but just generally getting women into the idea of mountain biking or gravel, and by extension, they get to enjoy this incredible part of the country.
Yep. Yeah.
What was like the driving force between or behind, like for instance, Women of Oz?
The idea was to do once a month flagship rides, starting from downtown Bentonville, someplace.
And these are casual, friendly, social rides.
Yeah, when they started out, it was very much casual, kind of different pace groups, different skill group. When they walk away from that day, that one flagship day, they know where to go.
Yeah.
And now they also have a base level of skills that helps them along.
Thanks for everything you do for us, for me, for sure. And I hope we get to do lots more cool stuff together. When you arrive in Bentonville, you're immediately struck by the vibe of the town. Sure, there's riding, there's great food and amazing people, but there's culture. Mike Gabb is a creative director in town, and he's going to show us some of his favorite projects. Mike Gabb, how are you, buddy? Good to see you, bud. Mike, you're going to give me a tour, a very special guided tour.
Bentonville's a special place, so let's get out there and check it out.
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Look at this. E-bikes for days, man. I'm getting spoiled. I don't have to do any work all this week.
Bentonville's really cool because they've decided to take their public spaces and make them creative. And it's acted as an awesome spot for impromptu performances. So we've got a commitment to live music and entertainment in the scene. So the more spots where people can pop up and do their thing, we're all about it.
The Sam Hale mural, you said you're about to take up this entire alleyway. So it's
Things are happening fast here, so it just takes a few months and things are gonna be going down. We've got it to pedestrian only through here now, so no vehicles can come through here, so that makes it so much easier for us to kind of love on it some more.
It's so cool. It says right there, Oz Art, our canvas curated by Just Kids. The Arts and Market District. Love it.
Here we are in the artist studios where we've got a bunch of neat things. We got actual studio space, plus we have a dance studio with a full-on sprung dance floor, plus a large performance space in the back for your full-on concerts. So excited about it. What's once a kind of forgotten warehouse is now becoming kind of hub of creativity in the city. We've got our outdoor amphitheater area here called The Green.
So this is an actual working radio station.
The studio is fully functioning, fully working. Let me show you inside. So here's the studio. I know, isn't this wild? This is where the magic happens. This is where we're producing, whether it's digitally mixing right here or recording voiceovers and tracks or just doing our editing or just coming in here to kick it and rejoice, you know?
It's incredible. So as much as people are getting to know Bentonville as a hub for outdoor activity, cycling, rowing, climbing, all the other things, there's an incredible art scene brought to you in great part by Mike Gabb here. It's been an absolutely incredible tour. Thank you so much, Mike. Coming up, we'll visit one of my favorite Mexican spots. It's truly family-owned, farm to table, and it's amazing. Just up the road from Bentonville is the Rios family farm. Chef Rios.
Chef Biju, how are you?
Dude, it's so great to meet you.
Great to have you here.
It's great to meet you. Thanks for having us, man.
Here at Rios Family Farm.
Chef Rafael Rios is a James Beard semifinalist and has built his presence in Bentonville, all starting with a Mexican food truck. Sourcing local produce from their very own Rios family farm, the business has grown to include a new restaurant in town, Rios El Alma de Mexico. What are we hearing? What's happening in here?
So basically, a lot of the eggs that we provide our customers at the restaurants come from our farm. This is just part of the chickens we have, but we have a lot more.
Mom's out there right now looking for eggs, it looks like.
Yeah, my mom, she's always tending to them, and My dad is also the main farmer.
Yeah.
So he will go from this farm to the other farm. So since we are here at the farm, we should think about cooking something at the restaurant.
Yeah.
So Octavio is not only our main farmer along with my dad, but he also makes our tortillas. So he's our tortilla master.
How big of a crew you got? This is it looks like a big production.
He doesn't have a crew.
You got like 100 people here? No?
No, it's only 4 or 5 of us.
Isn't that amazing? 4 people. They just do an amazing job, and they deliver every morning, and every morning we get to see them walk through those doors at the restaurant.
Here.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make some Mexican food using green tomatoes.
The smell is like really musky and intense smell. It doesn't smell anything like tomatoes when they're away from the leaves. At the grocery store, you don't get that smell of the plant.
It is beautiful.
Right
smell.
here has such an intense, beautiful smell. It smells like garden.
Yes.
Nice. Eggplant.
So we are gonna take some calites.
Yeah, look at that.
So lamb's quarter, this is considered like a herb. It kind of tastes like kale. And on the back end, it has the flavor of kind of like sweet peas.
Beautiful. All right, back to the kitchen.
Yes, let's do it.
Back in Bentonville, Rafael shows me his latest venture, Rios Alma de Mexico, the family's first brick-and-mortar restaurant.
What I just made right now was the stuffing that's gonna go in between each layer of the of our produce. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this stuffing, make little sandwiches out of this, dredge it, and then finish with just a regular egg batter.
These are the squash we just picked in the garden. Here's the eggplant, the very ones, and this is how his service is. Like it just goes from, literally from the farm, gets cooked, and then served to these lovely folks walking in the door, which is pretty amazing. Oh yeah. What is all that color coming from?
Guajillo and puya peppers.
Oh wow.
Torresmos or guisados in a finished stage. And we're gonna accompany this with a tlayuda, which is a charred tortilla.
Nice.
Made with blue corn and seasoned black beans. Memelas are made with the same corn, and it's soaked in enchilada sauce, then stone ground salsa verde, a little bit of chorizo, spicy chorizo that we make in-house, eggs, avocado, queso, and crema. And then we have black beans, chilaquiles, also with chorizo, some refried beans. The refried beans with a little bit of feta cheese on top, and they're refried with different kinds of peppers as well.
Nice.
And then we obviously have our honey hibiscus margarita.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, Chef. This has been wonderful so far, and I'm excited to eat. Cheers, sir. Thank you. Man, that is good. A ton of flavor from the char and the smoke. You get this really burnt, earthy flavor. Nothing is overpowering. Like you said, the eggs, every now and then you get a nice bite of the egg. It's nice and really silky and creamy. Nothing really crazy, hot, spicy, nothing. It's just like beautiful. Like a nice balance.
Super simple.
And you get this, the smoke.
Yes.
So this was in the garden this morning. You picked, you harvested, you bring it straight to the kitchen, you cook it, you're serving it. It's incredible.
People are seeing what we're doing, embracing the fact that we're doing something really cool.
This has been an incredible day. Thank you so much for spending it with us. This is wonderful. I'm glad I get to share this.
Thank you so much for being with us.
You got to come to Bentonville and come to Rios. This is amazing. After the break, I'll visit a food truck serving up some of the best Filipino food I've ever tasted. You can see food trucks everywhere, tacos, pizza, sandwiches. But this is my first Filipino food truck. It's owned by my friends Alona and Mark Henning. I love Filipino food. I've never been in the kitchen with an actual Filipino chef. This is incredible. So you got red onions.
Yes.
What are we making with this?
We're making the sisig right now.
Oh, that's for the sisig, so that's for the crispy pork. Red onion, crispy pork.
Yes.
Do you want all the pork in there? Or just
Sure, we can make a lot if you want.
We make a lot of pork. We have a lot of hungry people.
You're all right.
These are just sliced green onions.
Mm-hmm.
Now, sliced jalapenos. It has heat,
yes,
but not crazy.
spicy.
Not like my people's food. Indian food, it's too much
Spicy.
sometimes. Yeah, it's
If you want second spice,
Yeah, more spice. Second spice, I like it. Oh, little bird's eye chilies.
yes. This is good for the winter time.
We got second onions, we got second spice.
Yes.
Love it.
The lastly we're gonna use later on is the
bit
mayo
of secret sauce,
with
okay.
lemon.
Lemon juice and a
Yes.
little hit of mayo. Oh yeah, there it is. It brings it all together. It's beautiful. And now, the pièce de résistance, the over easy egg.
Yes.
See? It's a beautiful, simple way to get additional layer of flavor, more protein, and it goes with everything in Asia.
It's a healthy food too.
Yeah. Gotta finish with more onions. See, 3 onions.
Okay. Look at this! Look at this sisig!
Everyone's gonna love this. Look at this.
Beautiful.
Chef, this is incredible. Thank you so much for doing this. I'm gonna have some fried egg with the sisig.
Yummy, yummy.
Crispy pork, all the onions, all the different chilies. We got the little bird's eye chilies. We got the jalapenos in there.
Wait.
They're so good. A little bit of the citrus, the crunchiness of the pork skin. The crunchy, crispy, the combination of all the flavors and textures. Everything is so unexpected and unexpectedly beautiful in that we've gotten to enjoy some incredible food with people just like you, Chef, you, Mark, and in the middle of fields and wonderful places where it is so, I mean, there's no other word. It's unexpected, right? We're in the middle of Northwest Arkansas, enjoying some of the finest Filipino food in the country. Thank you so much for doing this for us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Mark.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do one plate of food that has all the flavors together. It's got sweet, savory, dessert, all together. But thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.